LLC. I'd say about a couple of days ago, a week or whatever this is, a fellow by the name of Crow 1176 tried to make our products and give them away for free. Mind you, we've been to this quite a few times. He tried to do this with the eights. He tried to do this with the sevens, eights, 12s. A couple of our screen paints he's tried to make them and failed miserably. So I'm looking at the product he has here, what he's adding in. Automatically from the door, we can tell that white paint added in to make black products, bad idea, because again, it comes out gray. On top of that, his rollers are gray. But we're going to make an advanced version of this, probably much darker than this, because again, this is not even a challenge for us. This is just way too easy. Even the stuff we made under Danny's product, that free black product, that stuff was awful with the Vaseline or body gel in it. We were able to make that on camera and put that against our product, and that failed miserably. It just didn't pull the white levels. It came up extremely dirty, and it had a lot of oil in it. So in his ingredients he has here, he doesn't have everything listed on here. He has 1 ounce of water, 1 ounce of PPG. Actually, we're not going to use PPG. I ordered a very high professional Metallica silver, which will make PPG look like a joke. If I'm going to basically put something against my product, I want something that's going to be advanced, that at least at the end of the day, it's more of a challenge. What you have here is basically just a joke. 1 ounce of water, we don't even know what that's even used for. We don't even know why people put water in screen paint. It never should be there to begin with. That's just you messing. So, and on top of that, you in your ingredients here, you're missing something. And I'm gonna tell you what you're missing. You have here, what happened to the white paint? So the product you're showing here, you're showing in your ingredients. Let's look at this real closely. In his ingredients, he has 1 ounce of water, 1 ounce of PPG. What are you painting with this at the end of the day? Because again, this is not even enough to do a 120-inch screen. This is nothing. You didn't put down how much black paint you put into it. You didn't add that in there. So what is going on? Add to black paint and done. Where's the rest of the ingredients? How much black paint did you put in there? He doesn't tell you, because again, he's messing. He doesn't know what he's doing. So again, you're missing 2 ingredients from the demonstration. Number 1, you don't tell exactly how much paint you put in of black paint. We see a container right here. We don't even know how much paint's in there. Let's look at the demonstration as he's mixing all this together. Now we're making this tomorrow, but we're making an advanced version of it. This, what you have right here, is PPJ. That's water paint. That's nothing. The silver that I ordered at the end of the day would make that again look like a joke. The fellow who did the demonstration said that PPJ would match our product. I ordered a product called M&M. So M&M is a very high grade, expensive silver. If you're going to basically try to mimic our technology, at least use proper products that work well. That's a joke. We're going to use something called high grade Metallica silver that we're picking up. One ounce of water. Still doesn't tell us what the water is for. Let me turn my air machine off for a minute. No idea what the water is for. See, this is why at the end of the day, your products need to be tested, because you don't know what you're doing. What is the water used for? You don't exactly explain what the water is used for. What's the water for? I should have put an open mic on here. So what's the water for? I don't think you know what the water for. I think you're just adding stuff in here. You don't know what you're doing. We'll put it in ours, but I still don't know what the heck the water's for. What's it used for? Now, even with Danny, he came in and said it was used as some kind of delivery system for the paint from drying out. That's a lie at the end of the day. That's no proof on that at all, period. So what's the water for?
Painting it, but that's the reason I have that. all that good stuff. So after that, I'm going to be probably doing 1 ounce of that metallic PPG.
Yeah, that stuff is trash. We get better stuff than that.
And 1 ounce of water. Not a lot of water. You could add more water. I'm just going to use that because of what it is.
Of what it is. What do you put the water for? Do you even know what the water is for? So that tells me right there from the door. So we're making an advanced version of this. One of the things we noticed that you didn't add into your ingredients what this paint was, and you didn't tell exactly how much black paint is in the container. That's another thing you didn't add in there. Your ingredients is missing two different elements on what you have on the video. So you don't even exactly know what you're doing at all, period. You just know what you made.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay by any chance? Please let me know. I'm using a mic. I know about anime a lot. But this is going to be a Chainsaw Man mask. Right? So they all connect.
You don't know what you're doing. You don't even know what the water's for. I'm definitely going to make a video on asking you what the water is for. You don't know what it's for. You literally sat there and said, what? In your ingredients, you're missing two ingredients at the bottom of your page. You're missing the black. You don't tell how much black is in the container, and you don't know what the water's for.
Together. Together. Well, there's going to be a big.
Now, I told you to want to come back to bite you in the face. So we're making this tomorrow.
You know, painting it by hand, so that's the reason I have that. PPG, and all that good stuff. So after that, I'm going to be probably doing 1 ounce of that metallic PPG and 1 ounce of water. Not a lot of water. You could add more water. I'm just going to use that because of what it is. All right.
Of what it is. Why is the water there? We're going to have to do, I'll have to come back in. We're going to have to do an open mic. I got to ask what is the water for? Because again, out of all the people we showed this to, they asked the question, what is the purpose of the water? What is the water for? You don't know. This means you're messing. You don't know what you're doing. What is the water for? I'm going to make an advanced version of this because this is nothing. This is nothing to me. It's not even a challenge. I'm going to make an advanced version of this. We're going to add some high-grade glitter into this. We're basically going to use a high metallic silver. This is actually a pure metal silver that we're going to use in our demonstration. We're going to make an advanced version of this, and we're going to trash it on camera. The version that you have here is garbage. And again, what is the water for, Jamie?
That's the reason I have that. PPG, and all that good stuff. So after that, I'm going to be probably doing 1 ounce of that metallic PPG and 1 ounce of water. Not a lot of water. You could add more water. I'm just going to use that because of what it is. All right. Can you guys hear me okay?
Of what it is. What the freak does that even mean? You're like a 5-year-old and got caught in the kitchen just putting stuff together. What is the purpose of the water? So if this is our product and this is how we make it, can you explain what is the water used for? Because I've got that like a dozen times a day of people asking me like, what the freak is the water for? What's the water for? Jamie, this is going to be bad for you this week. This is going to be a very bad week for you. Very bad week for you. And I'll tell you why it's going to be a bad week for you. We're going to press on to figure out what the freak is the water for. And if I'm making this stuff, on top of that, when you made the ingredients, you know you're missing two elements. You never added in how much paint you're using and the black. And this particular material right here, you never add that into your ingredients. It's missing. This is what you have in your ingredients at the bottom. You have 1 ounce of water, 1 ounce of PPG, and that's it. Add in black paint. How much black paint do you add in? Is it 16 ounces of black paint? Is it 32 ounces of black paint? Is it 8 ounces of black paint? How much black paint is added in? And on top of that, you're also missing this ingredients right here. This right here is the white paint you added in. It doesn't say it anywhere in the ingredients where you said the white paint. Where's that at? This is why I tell you people at the end of the day, this guy is literally so stupid that when he tried to make her paint, he couldn't even write the ingredients down correctly. He doesn't even know what the water is for. He never explained it. I mean, at least Danny and he explained the water. It's not true, but at least he explained it. Jamie doesn't even know what the water stands for. And what? What the freak does that mean? Can you imagine you taking a science class and they're explaining the water, but they're not telling you what it's for and what? Like, what the freak is he talking about? Listen to this.
So after that, I'm going to be probably doing 1 ounce of that metallic PPG and 1 ounce of water. Not a lot of water. You could add more water. I'm just going to use that because of what it is. All right.
What the freak does that mean? Of what it is? You're going to use that because of what it is? What does what it is do at the end of the day? This is what I mean by at the end of the day, you have to learn to crack books and read every once in a while because your brain is like mud at the end of the day. What the freak does that mean at the end of the day? What is what it is? I've never even heard of that. Anybody heard of a formula called what it is? No, you don't know what you're doing. And on top of it, like I said, you're missing 2 elements. How much paint goes into making this? What kind of screen are you painting with this? Now, see, when I made the design for the advanced version of let me show you how it's done, of the slip silver, we do 16 ounces of PPJ or PPG. We do 16 ounces of the slip silver, or basically the network grade 773. 16 and 16 is 32. It makes a quart. Now, if you're going to basically add in something to darken the shade, that's around 2 to 3. So that's really not going to really change it here or there. It may give you like 34 ounces. That's basically about all you're going to get out of it. Or maybe around 33 ounces. That's it. You don't even know how to add at the end of the day. We can prove you don't know how to add properly. So what does that make? How much paint does that physically make? He doesn't know this at all, period. That's not even enough paint to paint a screen to begin with. Just that little area and whatever that thing is, then that's it. So we're going to make this product and we're going to make an advanced version of it because this right here is boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, I ordered already this is a metal, high Metallica metal paint. This is used for like building models and all that stuff. It's way beyond PPG. That stuff costs about $20 for 8 ounces of it. It's expensive. It's the same way that when the fellow came on there, he was talking about how you can do PPJ or PPG, whatever it is, makes the same makes the same thing as our product. You know what paint I used in that demonstration? I used a paint called M&M. Look that stuff up. That stuff costs $60 a quart. It costs anywhere around $130 a gallon. This is high-grade silver. So if anyone at the end of the day is going to say my product is matched by silver, I'm going to pick up the best of the best. So we're going to make mine and making mine a little different. So what we're going to do is we're going to still use the same silver, the same amount of water, same black paint. We're going to buy this. We're going to Home Depot tomorrow to pick this up because we're going to go to Home Depot. But instead, I'm going to use also added with that, about a teaspoon of high-grade silver. This is the crystal version to make it pop. If I want to challenge it in the day, I need a challenge. Mind you, I'm used to taking out gunmetal technology, so we need to make an advanced version of your product here. But the problem we have here, Jamie, when you're making this, you don't give exact measurements at all because you can't add at the end of the day. You don't know what you're doing. And again, what is the water for? Why are people dumping water into their paint? It's for nothing. It's not going to do anything. Enough of it's pretty much just going to break down the paint and weaken it. That's all it's going to do. Other than that, it's not going to do anything at all. Now, does he say how much paint he has in that cup over there? No, he doesn't. But we did find out what this is right here. So if you look down in the bottom of the ingredients, we only have silver, water, and black paint. See right there? 1 ounce of water, 1 ounce of PPG, and add to the black paint, and done. How much black paint is added in? He doesn't even know because he's, again, just messing. All right, so we're going to take this, make this stuff. I'm going to call it the advanced version of Crow's Black, whatever, so and so and so. But I'm also too going to be that black crystal mess you got on your website or what that stuff is. That's what we're going to call it when we get done. But we're going to give that ingredients away for free because the product you have on your website doesn't even exist technically. So we're just going to take that name and give that away for free. Now, when I get done with your products, this right here, this mess right here tomorrow, we get done wasting time on this junk tomorrow. I want you to make our mix. I want you to make the Slip Silver Deluxe versus your product. All of them. That's what we want you to make. Now, I guarantee you're not going to make it. Because again, after what you went through with the what do you call it? The bare silver screen. Oh, because I'm bare silver screen while I'm there too is at Home Depot. And I want to pick that up too and get a sample of that too. But anyway, as you said before, you won't do those demonstrations. We know you won't go in there great paint versus your product because it doesn't work, Jamie. It just doesn't work. So you're never going to do it. But we'll make this no problem at all. But we'll give you the ingredients to make it. I'll send it over to you. You can do the Slip Silver, you can do the Network Grade 773, or you can do the Deluxe. Whatever is up to you. But we're going to make a deluxe version of this. But as you can see, him putting his ingredients down, he doesn't tell you exactly how much black paint to put in, so you don't know that at the end of the day. And also, too, this container right here is missing. It's not added in there. Let's see what this is supposed to be. If it even shows the container, let me see. So we already made it. What's that container? I want to see it up close. So when we go to Home Depot, we know exactly what we're buying. Because we've been through this before. We've been through this with, he tried to make the 7. He tried to make the 7s, he failed. He tried to make the 8s, he failed. He tried to make the 12s, he failed. He tried to make the 38s, he failed. He failed on every single product. You know why? Because that same mixture, that white paint, he puts it in all the products thinking that's how it's made. And again, your product came up gray. Now, I'll make 2 versions of this. I'll make a darker version of the one you have, and I'm going to make the one you have here and blow both of those out with no problem whatsoever. And then we're going to give you a couple of challenges here. The UV mix, we know how to make that for free. It's a reverse, so it's actually 6 tablespoons of white paint. We want you to put that against the UV mix. The Cinemax, we know how to make that one too. We actually made that on camera. We want you to also put that against your product. And most importantly, of all demonstrations, we need you to do the Slip Silver because for some reason that Amazon microblend, you are terrified of that paint. As I said before, try to make our ingredients, post it, and I'll put it against my product, but I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to make an advanced version of that one. I'm going to have the same ingredients, but except for the silver, it's going to be advanced. We're keeping that. We're keeping the black, and I'm going to add in some extra fine glitter into mine. Just to embarrass you. But I want to see what this white product is here. Because he didn't add that at the bottom. It's not in the ingredients at all, period. So what is it he has here?
For the high lumen projectors, then yeah, use it for outside use. If you have high lumen projectors, 3,500 lumens, 3,200 lumen projectors, office venue projectors.
Good gracious. Do you ever listen to him talk? Does anyone listen to this man speak? 32 is not a high lumen. 35 is not a high lumen. 4,000 now is not considered high lumens. High lumens is between 5 and up. That's a high lumen. I've never seen a venue projector at 32. Never, ever. You don't have enough projectors to even make that claim.
Follow these steps and make it yourself. But one of the things that I want to really emphasize on is that, you know, buy a little portion of it if you can, and make a test sample before you go all out and paint your whole screen. Don't do that. Okay?
Why not? You said you can make our product. When we make this product, we paint entire walls within the ceilings. You know why? Because you're not sure. You're not sure how it's going to react. That's why you tell people to make a sample of it before you paint your whole entire screen. Why would they have to do that? If you have 100% confidence that you can make our product, then you would have them paint the entire screen. That doesn't sound right. Now, that mixture that we tell you about, the deluxe version of slip silver, yeah, we actually have it broken down so you can make 32 ounces of it, enough to paint a 150-inch screen or 120-inch screen, whatever, which one you choose. And you can paint your entire screen with that with no problem. That doesn't sound like a person that has a lot of confidence what he's doing.
That's on is that,
Sorry about that.
you know, buy a little portion of it if you can, and make a test sample before you go all out and paint your whole screen. Don't do that. Okay? So first of all, just get a sample, like a plexiglass, cardboard.
So why is that the problem? Jamie, I can make your paint. I can paint an entire 150-inch screen with it, and it'll work just like your product with no problem whatsoever. The network grade 773, we bought a gallon of that stuff, and we basically painted that onto a large surface, and your product blended into it with no problem. As a matter of fact, you did it yourself, didn't you? Put a little sample sheet down, and what happened? It blended right into your screen. So the fact that you're telling people just to do a little bit of it is because you don't have any confidence it's going to work, which means you haven't made our product, have you? Oh boy, that's a shame.
Really doesn't matter. And paint that before you paint your whole screen to check if you like. But if you have multiple projectors, like really high lumen projectors, then yeah, use it for outside use. If you have high lumen projectors, 3,500 lumens, 3,200 lumen projectors, office venue projectors.
I'm gonna break your video down, man. You're stupid. I hate to call people dumb. What the freak? Seriously? I'm sitting around venue projectors. I have venue projectors throughout the entire place down here. I have never seen a venue projector at 32 to 35. That's a regular home theater projector. Do you know what the power on a venue projector is? Oh, gee whiz, we should have did an open mic on this. I really didn't listen to this guy talk at the end of the day. Oh my goodness. Your people who follow you are idiots. I'm gonna call them idiots right out there. You're idiots at the end of the day, and I'm gonna tell you why. You literally just heard this man say out of his mouth that a venue projector of 32 to 35. How slow are your customers? I hate to embarrass people like that, but gee whiz, are you freaking kidding me? And these are the same people who sat there and made a paint that has water in it. He didn't even explain exactly what the water was for. It was for what? Of. He doesn't even know. Then he just sits there and tells you at the end of the day to basically come in and don't paint the full screen because, you know, he doesn't even know 100% what it's going to do because he doesn't know what he's doing on camera. We can make your product at 100% and guarantee that that basically would match your product. As a matter of fact, give it to you and you won't do it. Like we did with the slip silver. You refused to go near it. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. Yeah, everyone gets on that bear silver screen. Make a deluxe version of bear. Wait, we can order the slip silver tonight. I'm gonna order me a gallon of slip silver tonight. That's what I need, a gallon of it. Yeah, we're gonna order a gallon of it tonight. Oh, I can't wait for him to do this. I swear, 32 for a venue projector. We got to hear some more of this. Hold on.
Yes. So today I'm going to show you how to make it, and this is the actual ingredients that I'm going to use. And hopefully you guys can follow these steps and make it yourself. But one of the things that I want to really emphasize on is that, you know, buy a little portion of it if you can.
Your customers are that desperate for my product?
Sample before you.
They're still going to pay for it, for the real stuff.
Your whole screen. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay. So first of all, just get a sample, like a plexiglass, cardboard. It really doesn't matter, and paint that before you paint your whole screen to check if you like. But if you have multiple projectors.
Again, I have to call your customers idiots. He literally just sat there and told you at the end of the day that he's not really sure if this is going to work on your screen because he doesn't even know, but yet he knows how to make our product. That's interesting. Let's move on. His own words. Now, you can't get mad over this. This is his own words.
Like really high lumen projectors, then yeah, use it for outside use. If you have high lumen projectors, 3,500 lumens, 3,200 lumen projectors, office venue projectors, older 720p projectors that are like 4,200 lumens, 5,500 lumens, For outside use, it'll be fine. You know.
What you doing? What's going on with you? Cut it out and behave. I'm throwing at that cat sometimes.
You know, you guys just make sure to calibrate and
Make sure to calibrate. We don't calibrate in our demonstrations. None of our projectors here are calibrated. If you got my product at the end of the day, you would never have to calibrate. I've never ever told anyone to calibrate ever. So why in the world, you said you're making our product, why are you telling them to calibrate? Gee whiz, man, this is pathetic. Really, seriously. He told the customers to calibrate, and we just state we don't calibrate our technology.
or
Or our projectors don't calibrate.
And paint that before you paint your whole screen to check if you like. But if you have multiple projectors, like really high lumen projectors, then yeah, use it for outside use. If you have high lumen projectors, 3,500 lumens, 3,200 lumen projector.
Idiots. We've done this at 1,000 lumens outside at 13 feet back. So you don't have to have a high lumen projector to use our technology because we've done it at 13 feet back at 1,000 lumens. So if you're telling them that they have to use a high lumen projector for outside, and we don't use high lumen projectors, if we're doing 1,000 lumens outside demonstration, that means our technology can work at 1,000 lumens to 4,000 to 5,000. Gee whiz, this guy is really not that smart.
Office venue projectors, older 720p projectors that are like 4,200 lumens, 5,500 lumens. For outside use, it'll be fine. You know, you guys just make sure to calibrate and
Jamie, what are we calibrating for? We don't calibrate. I've never told you. Matter of fact, we advertise that we don't calibrate our projectors because it's not needed. So if you have our product, why are you telling people to calibrate? You don't have our product. You're not even sure what it is. That's why I said this is all messy.
And just make sure to, you know, mess around with the settings. That's what I mean by calibration. Make it brighter, or if you guys want it brighter, it's up to you. It's your, it's on you. Okay, so the tone that I'm going to use, the color tone that I'm going to be using is this. This is one of the color tones that
okay, let me explain something to you. First of all, when it comes to screen paint, that's not a tone, it's called a base. So basically, a base is basically the majority of the paint of what you're going to be turning into a projection screen paint. If you're using Bare 1050, that's a base. If you're using a majority of something like Network Grade 773, that's a base. Black is the toner. That was just the screen paint from either darker to lighter. And the silver and glitter is considered to be the pop. That's what it is. You don't know how to make screen paint. You don't even know how to talk correctly. Why would that be the... Gee whiz. That would be the toner if you were doing a reversal. So if you started off with a black can of paint and you went in and you used white, the white becomes the toner, the black becomes the base. Do you even know how to make screen paint? So we need that right there. I got my second phone right here. Where's my second phone at right now? I need that phone. Let me get a picture of that for Home Depot. Ugh. My screen's already getting jacked up already. That's the reason why. Gotta learn to get a screen on my phone. All right. So you're not used to this one. My buttons are on the opposite side on this one. So let me see. I need to get a camera for this one so we can get a picture of this. Let me go over to Home Depot and pick up tomorrow. So we need, there we go. You like that Dynasty paint, don't you? You know, you use that stuff a lot. You had that Dynasty Bare paint and all that nonsense. You know, we beat the crap out of that stuff. I got to pick some more up tomorrow for some more testing. Oh, gee whiz. All right, so this right here is Bare Dynasty paint. Do you see this at the bottom of the list of paints used to make the product? No, because the guy at the end of the day really doesn't know what he's doing. He's just adding stuff in there. He literally missed this in the ingredients. So this is Bare Dynasty DY630. If you look at the bottom, do you see the paint listed here for the ingredients? You don't see it, do you? You know why you don't see it? Because again, he doesn't know what he's doing. He literally missed that in the ingredients below. He doesn't even tell you again how much black paint are you using. So if you don't know how much black paint you're using, and the black paint is going to be the base, okay? It's going to be the base of the product. It's going to be the black paint. Then how much paint are you putting in compared to how much you're going to need for the silver? Something's going to go. So what are you going to do? You're going to put in like 32 ounces of black paint and then turn around and put in 1 ounce of 1 ounce. That's not going to go well. That means basically you don't have anything in there. Well, nothing in there. It's going to heighten. That's going to come dark and dirty. That's what's going to happen. So there's several ways this can go wrong. So many ways this can go wrong. So how much paint are you putting in for 120 inch? Oh, we didn't think about that, did we? This is why I call your customers idiots. You didn't think about that, did you? How much paint are you putting in for a 100 inch screen? How much? You have 1 ounce. So how many ounces would you need of water and PPG in order to equal enough to basically equal 32 ounces? Oh, it's like math class all over again, isn't it? This is why it's important that you know how to add with your, oh, good gracious, this guy can't even add. This is the same fellow who sat up there and said that 2 quarts made a gallon. You got it right there. And this is what you follow at the end of the day. This is why we call your customers idiots. Oh my goodness. You just literally, you don't even know. So how much are you doing to paint a 32? So you're doing 32 ounces. How many, well, he's mixed up here. He doesn't even tell you how much goes into basically the base itself, which is black. How much paint are you using? So what you're going to do, multiply this by so many to get actually to 32 ounces? Good luck on that one. Jeepers, that's messed up. This is why we told you when we do the half and halves, we do it by 16 and 16. That's automatically 32. You put your toner in it. Pretty much you're gonna walk off once you put the glitter into it, and the glitter's not gonna really do much at the end of the day, the extra fine glitter. But once you put the scoops of black paint, that's only gonna give you like probably 1 ounce difference. That's basically about it. So you can walk off with like 33 ounces. That's basically about it. But that's why we break it down to 16 and 16, because it's 32 ounces. Even Steven, easy to do. But this guy came in here and didn't even give you anything at all of how much black paint he was using. He just has a cup up there. So how much black paint is in the cup? There you go. You don't know. So how are you making this at the end of the day? Oh my goodness. And he didn't even add in, like I said, the Dynasty. So where is that in the ingredients anywhere? So what's going to happen if you make it without the Dynasty, you're just going to come up with a really black paint. That's what's going to happen. This is what turns it gray. But you're going to come up with a really black paint. And what's going to happen is you're going to come up with the same kind of product that we stick against our screens. Remember, we made 4 different screen paints. And then the 4 different screen paints we put against our product, each one was made differently. Every last one of them came up looking black. Good luck on jacking up your screen, because literally, I think a bunch of y'all just did it. Let's put it this way, Jamie fans. Y'all are so desperate to have our products that you're willing to mess up your home theater setup, making this freaking mess at the end of the day. Is that how bad y'all want our product? You want it, you can pay for it. That's what you can do. That's how it works. But at the end of the day, but honestly, we don't want your business at all. We really just don't want your business at all, period. You can stick with that house paint in the day. You've been doing fine with that. But he's missing the ingredients here. Literally missed the entire ingredients of this. So anyone coming here to make this and didn't watch the video correctly, you're actually missing one of the paints in here. Oh my goodness, this is going to come out horribly. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make this, and we're going to do one where we're actually going to skip this out of it as if it didn't exist, as we have it down here, and had 2 different reactions to show you. This is going to be fun to play with. So we're making this tomorrow. I ordered the high-grade silver. The high-grade silver is actually better than PPG, or PPG, what they call that stuff. Yeah, that stuff is kind of watered down. It's a watered-down silver. Why he puts the water into it, I couldn't even tell you, because he can't even tell you why he puts water into it. Oh, I just thought about that. So wait a minute. If you're making this at 32 ounces, how much water are you dropping into this at 1 ounce? Yeah, this is going to be a hot mess. I don't know what's worse. The stuff we've seen that Danny was making when he put that Vaseline into it, that stuff was a mess. It's a hot spotted all day.
So this is the color tone that I'm going to be using today, all right? I have this in hand, so I might as well just use this, mess with it, and make it a little bit better. Okay. All right. So again.
Now, we know you try to make another batch because I had this conversation with you. I laughed at you and said you failed because your rollers came up gray. Everybody else did your rollers came up gray and they were laughing about it. So you tried again. Let me tell you something, Jamie. This is how I work. There is no try again. I will match your product the first time out. That's it. Because trying to do it the second time means you're making a desperate attempt. It gets desperate after you do it the first time, after the second and third and fourth, it gets desperate. It means you're trying. It's like watching someone just trying to enter a double dutch. You know, you hit that dun, 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 and they're just waiting to jump in, waiting to jump in. That's you. I can nail your product the first time. So that ingredient I told you about, that half and half, the slip silver or the slip silver itself by itself, I could easily match your products. Like I sat there and said with the Network Grade 773. What did I say on camera when I popped that top? I sat there and said, it's not going to go well. It's going to match your product. And what happened? It matched his product so well, he tried to remove the video. But we still got a copy of it.
This is what I'm going to be using, okay, as my main base. All right? Okay.
That's not your main base, stupid. Your main base is the black paint. Gee whiz.
So this is like around $6. You could get one of these samples for around $6. After that, it gets a little bit more pricier because if you want to get some PPG metallic right here, I use all this for all my 3D printings and stuff.
He uses it in his paint. PPG is about $25 a quart, depending on where you're living at. The product that we picked up, we got it at around $20 for around 8 ounces of it because it's a high-grade silver. So we're using a more advanced version of silver. We don't like using PPG in anything because, number one, like I said, it's junk.
Stuff like that.
It's good for what it's designed for. Furniture and stuff like that, perfect. Anything else, no.
All right, but now that I'm 3D printing and all kinds of stuff, I'm gonna be using. I use it a lot like this. This 3D print is for a customer.
So you can see the stuttering he's doing right now. Basically, the product he just showed you is what he actually uses in his screen paint. First of all, this is plastic, okay? The PPJ product works better if you're using it for wood or something like that, but if you're using it on plastic, no, it kind of smears a bit. I used to build, like I said, I used to build model planes. There's no way in the world I'm going to use a Metallica silver to basically prime a plane. You use primer to basically for models. Oh my goodness. That's what he uses in his paint. That's why he's bringing this topic up.
I still have to clean it up, but I don't know if you guys know about anime a lot.
Okay.
So after that, I'm going to be probably doing 1 ounce of that metallic PPG.
And what's the water for?
1 ounce of water. Not a lot of water. You could add more water. I'm just going to use that because of what it is. All right.
You do know I'm going to basically exploit this, right? Of what it is. What is it at the end of the day? What's the water for? That's what everybody kept asking in the forum site when we post these videos. What is the water for? What is what it is? What does what it is have to do with projection? See, this is the reason why, and I hate to put it this way, this is why we consider Crow's supporters to be idiots. This man literally just sat there and said what it is for water that goes into a screen paint. That doesn't make you intelligent in the day. It makes you guys idiots. Hey, you follow a dummy, you end up being a dummy.
Can you guys hear me okay by any chance? Please let me know.
Can't be offended over what I'm saying. Look at it.
Okay, so let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do, add the water here, right?
All right, so what's the purpose of adding the water and the silver? What's the purpose of that? What's the reaction of that? You know, you would do horribly in chemistry. You know that? Because when you do chemistry, you have to basically explain why you're adding these two elements together and what is the reaction of these two elements combining together. You have to explain that. Can you imagine having a chemistry teacher like this? And what the freak does that do? What do those two elements combined do? What do they cause? What do they bring to the screen? What do they take away from the screen? Tell me something on this. Oh, gee whiz.
And then I'm going to mix it.
You know we're going to embarrass the daylights out of them
So
tomorrow.
mix
It's
the
going to be pretty
water
bad.
first with the metallic. All right.
Literally, it takes that long to mix water and silver together. It doesn't take that long. This is like watching somebody overact in Shakespeare.
Again, this is the shade I'm going to use. You guys could go darker if you like. And I already have, the black.
It's not if you go darker if you want. If you're making our product, you know exactly the tone of our product. So again, we're going to do a pour out on this. I got black paint coming in tomorrow. We're going to do a pour out on this product. We're going to run this product at the exact same test we put a black screen through. First problem you're going to have, it's not black, it's gray. So it can't pull the contrast. The screen's going to overpower in color, and the white levels, my screen's going to blend right into it. That's one of the problems you're going to have. Pour out next to a black screen, it's not going to come out black. It's going to come out gray. That's what's going to happen because your rollers are coming up gray. It's interesting how we have people at the end of the day that are born with common sense that when we drop these informed sites, everybody says that how is this black paint when basically the rollers are coming up gray. The same thing when you talk about the Metallica paint. In the demonstration, you didn't drop any silver in that black and white paint. And that was brought up multiple times in that demonstration of the 2.0. You called it a Metallica 2.0, but there was never silver dropped into the paint. You guys make it up as you go along, don't you?
Phantom / 38 whale, black whale, whatever it, whatever.
If you're going to talk about my product, at least know what it's called. Can you pronounce my product correctly? Ugh. So we know you guys are already scared because you're already rambling about my 174 product. You're already rambling about the Leviathan already scared to death of our products already that fast, that quick.
So
look how fast you guys ramble on about our products.
You can see it's black.
But yet we don't see any tests being done. We already did the search. There is no test on any of their products anywhere on YouTube. Not one at all. So you have a product that's untested and you refuse to do any more tests against great products. Now, after we do these tests, I'm going to have some fun with this. We'll make different versions of it just for fun. Just so you know that we're going to send you that product. And if you refuse to do the product, which we know you are, it just clearly shows at the end of the day that we're 100% right. Again, your product doesn't match slip silver. We will post that ingredients every single where, every place at the end of the day. Again, we already know he's not making any money because, again, he had to drop his prices in order to actually accommodate his customers that won't touch his products to begin with. Jamie, you have to understand, you're on videos, man, matching house paint. We're not on any videos matching house paint. We have tons of canceled orders where you couldn't process orders and you gave us back our money. And we have the other one on Danny Boy also too. So you guys can't back your products up. And we're still waiting for the deluxe version of Slip Silver to be made, and you guys have not done that yet. We've been asking you guys for 2 years.
Type of dark color. All right.
This is what we find interesting here. The labels on this particular product were literally so dark, but you could still see them. He never shows the label. So what he has on here, he has a black sheet of paper on here with nothing on it because he never showed the label. Watch this.
The Phantom, and you can see the label.
Now, that's not the label. It's called a batch number. Gee, this guy's stupid as stupid can be. Jamie, that's called a batch number. It's not a label. The label would be on the other side. See, we know that Jamie basically makes his own versions of our batch numbers. This is why the ones we have now are going to be hologrammed into the labels. And I'll show you why. Do we have this here? No, we'll bring it up here. This is where we caught him in a YouTube video of him faking our batch numbers. We constantly catch this guy doing dumb stuff. We'll go pop over to the blacklist. There we go. Let's come down here. There's the fake products, all done by Jamie, caught on camera, getting busted as usual. Let's keep going. These are more demonstrations. I'm scamming people. That's Solid Week 5 getting busted with a fake unboxing. That right there is a Frankenstein that's missing. You can't find any of them, but we got the last one right there. Probably got a couple more we don't know about too. These videos are all missing. This right here, we requested receipts. He doesn't have any receipts. Oh, beginning of the year, my lawyer will be requesting those receipts. Let me see. Here we go. Perfect example. Now, you see how the batch number is on here now? See, it's going this way. See, Jamie got caught multiple times faking our batch numbers. This time we have it going this way. In this demonstration over here, we have now the batch number going this way. We catch you so many times doing some of the dumbest things I've ever seen. That batch number is 010422. Zero 010422. Jamie, you're stupid. This is why I call you an idiot at the end of the day. So you got caught with the same container. So why are the batch numbers in two different directions? Gee whiz. You know, I could do a video on that alone, but you literally do so much dumb stuff at the end of the day, it gets exhausting just catching you doing dumb stuff. So now the same container, the label's now going the opposite way. But it has the same batch number. Oh my goodness, this guy's an idiot. All right. This is the fun part. Let's see.
I do have.
This is where he talks about having sex with his wife. I really don't want to hear that again. Please don't ever do that on camera again. I gotta eat. You know what I mean? I really gotta eat. I don't have time to be hearing somebody talk about their sex life. That is very unprofessional. No one wants to know about that. That's disgusting. Jesus. Ugh. Now, question everybody was asking in the forum site was, why are your rollers coming up gray? That product is supposed to be black, but your rollers are coming up gray. They don't even match any of the containers, nothing. So what did you make at the end of the day? Actually made gray paint. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an advanced version of this. We're going to use the same paint right here he has here. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our silver to a more high-grade silver. PPG, as in using the silver, is a bit of a joke. Like I said, the fellow who basically, I forgot his name, was Robert Bridge or Breek or whatever his name was. But anyway, he called himself coming on there talking about, oh, the PPG paint does the same thing as my product. Man, I bought M&M. That stuff is far more expensive, more of a higher grade silver than you just pulled out in that demonstration. And I embarrassed that product. So if I can embarrass a high grade product, I shouldn't embarrass that in the day. So we're going to upgrade this. We're going to put in an extra fine silver in this also too, on top of that, to give it more of a challenge. Because again, this is boring for me. And we're going to blow this out of the water, and we're going to use it in all demonstrations from here on in. We're going to call it Jamie's Failed Mix. I'm literally going to have a can that's going to say Jamie's Failed Mix right on the side of it. And we're going to use it in all demonstrations. Now, once I'm done with this, I don't want to hear any more crying and whining from you at the end of the day, because we're going to embarrass you pretty bad. This is the reason why I wait a while. It's not because we're afraid to do it. It's because I like to give people a long enough rope to hang themselves. That's what happened with the Network Gray 773 and the other demonstrations that went missing, because after a while he had to get rid of them because he was pretty badly embarrassed. Oh boy, you ever get used to this stuff, man. I'm going to embarrass you again. So I was thinking about bringing sock puppets, but we'll make it professional. Anyway, once we blow this out of the water, we'll make several versions of it just for fun on camera. Now, what's the other thing I was getting to? Now, once this is done and completed, Jamie, to be fair, and we know you're not a fair person at the end of the day, once we get done with this, you are to make the product that we basically said that customers can make easily for free when it comes to your product, and put it against your product. And you know that slip silver network gray scares the daylights out of you. Because all I would have to do is say, hey, look, we'll make a product. We'll basically put in a tablespoon of black paint into Network Gray 773 and put that against your products. He'll never do this because it'll match every last one of them. But you're going to have to do it now. Because I want to keep my word. As I said, make a product and I'll stick it against my screen, and I will. Now, you're going to have to take what we have and put it against your screen. Wonder how that's going to work out, people. I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to avoid it. He is going to ignore it, and he's not going to do it. Because that's what Jamie does. He likes to slander other people's products, and then when it comes time for him to do anything right back, he doesn't want to do it. He avoids it at all costs. Well, buddy, I'm going to put you on blast. Now, again, at the end of the day, and I can't express this enough, that people that we're doing business offline, again, really don't care about this nonsense at the end of the day. They just want a product that works, and that's basically about it. Your product doesn't pull up anywhere. And how I'm going to prove your product doesn't pull up anywhere? I'm going to buy your paint, Jamie. You know that. Your Cinemax, we have somebody already in set to buy your products already. I know I said I wasn't going to, but we're going to buy the rest of your stuff. And I'm going to use this offline to display it in showrooms to show that it doesn't work for Jack. I'm going to embarrass you offline, big time. That your product doesn't work offline and it doesn't work online. And we're going to make sure every company that we lock horns with, that we do business with, knows not to touch your product. We can get you blackballed. Oh, well. I mean, they've already been to your website. They already know your website's a joke. And it's definitely a joke. But to your followers at the end of the day, just to let y'all know, you guys are a bunch of idiots. And I'm going to laugh in your face tomorrow, big time. Especially if you have this stuff already painted to your screen. We'll be looking for your demonstrations. God, good gracious, this is pathetic. Oh, wait a minute. Just a little mental note to your followers real quick. Is this product on your wall? Don't leave the room because you know it's bad. It's coming. I'm just want to let you play this video real quick.
It's disgusting.
Now, for those of you who support Jamie's products and you have all that pride to have that on your wall right now, I just want you to check this demonstration out. You know what happens when you guys go into forum sites at the end of the day, and they kick them out of the rooms because they know your product is house paint. This is what your customers have to be proud of at the end of the day. Well, that's a good title for a video. What Jamie's customers have to be proud of. That's perfect. That's a good slogan right there. We can work with that right there. What your customers have to be proud of. That their product is matching a house paint with Jamie in the demonstration. This isn't the first time we did this. This guy cries for all time. We did this with all the paints. We try to make our products on every little thing, and we beat every single one of them. Like it wasn't nothing. And it'll be the same thing tomorrow. I'll take time out of my day, blow that product, clean out the water as we always do, and basically after that, just embarrass you. But now I'm going to point that attention to your customers now. Because I want to know your customers 100%. They said they back your products. We want to see their demonstrations against the Network Grade 773. Do your customers have enough confidence in your products to do this? Right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. How many customers got the Network Grade 7? The Cinemax. Can we find them? Can we find customers that have the Cinemax? Because I'm curious. We found customers that have the UV mix, but we already had a customer complain about that. There's a product right there. We are brimming with confidence. That screen paint's not going to pass any of our tests. Did you do any tests? I'm curious. For the fellow who, Jamie, when you made the product, did you run any tests? Oh, I forgot. You don't do tests at the end of the day. 32 lumens. You consider 32 lumens high lumens on never mind, forget. He thought it was a venue. Doesn't even know what the water is for. Didn't even put the ingredients down correctly. You're like missing like 2 elements for the ingredients. How much black paint basically goes into making the product? How much is needed to make 32 ounces of it? Do you even know this? You know, you do have a calculator on your phone. You do know that, right? So these are questions, once we get done making this stuff tomorrow, we're going to be asking questions to you. We're going to be asking questions on, I'm going to bring in an open mic. Feel free to come in. We know what's going to happen. It's going to be filled with emojis and whatever nonsense he does at the end of the day, a bunch of laughing and stuff because he doesn't know what he's talking about. So you made this product. I want to know how many ounces does it take of each one to actually equal up to 32 ounces? Can you give us a proper balance on that, on how much it takes? What was the water used for in the demonstration? What's the purpose of the water in silver? Because again, I'm pretty sure your customers are asking this question at the end of the day, if we're not asking the questions. What's the purpose of it? Because if I'm painting that down to a screen at the end of the day, I need to know how much paint it takes in order to put it in. On top of that, I also need to know, because it's supposed to be our product, right? That's supposed to be our product. So we'll see tomorrow if it's our product. But anyway, if that's supposed to be our product, how much does it take for a 32 ounce to make it? And again, what's the water for? Wait a minute. Wait for customers. Jamie's customers. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So for all of Jamie's customers who have the Cinemax, you have network grade 773. Anytime someone paints network grade 773 on a wall for a decoration for their home, furniture, whatever it is, they have your product. And they paid far less. Anyone who paints the bare silver screen basically has the personal mix. Anyone who has the 2.0, well, you could have made that for free. That's really embarrassing at the end of the day. That is really embarrassing. That's a serious hurt piece. Gee whiz Louise. Look at this mess. What's the difference between a white screen and Jamie's product? Is there any demonstrations on that? We gotta look this up for a minute. I'm gonna keep this here. I need to bookmark this. We bookmark this? Yeah, we need to bookmark this. We gotta come back to this one right here. We're definitely gonna be working that out tomorrow. I wanna know what's the difference between Crow's screen paint and a white screen. Can we at least find that demonstration? I'll pause that for a minute. Let's see this for a minute. Pause the music as we requested. Thank you. Now, I want to know, let's see, Crows, 1176, screen paint, let's see, paint, mix versus, there's another demonstration missing too. The demonstration where he claimed he got like 15 orders and all that nonsense, that's also missing. Can't find that one either. So we got Crow 1176 screen paint mixes versus white screen. You think we'll find anything? Well, let's find out. I'm willing to bet that this mix we make tomorrow is your Frankenstein and UV mix. We know how to make the UV mix. We done it on camera. We know what the UV mix is. But let's see. Don't leave the room. No, there is no demonstrations of his product versus a white screen because he basically deleted the video demonstrations. There was one demonstration and we got it right here. It's called The Benefit of a White Screen versus his great products. Right there. There's the video right there. That's now missing off his account. Yeah, he deleted the video. That's why you can't find it. Gee whiz. Jamie, really? So the guy right here by the name of Pro HD Screens, he beat your product because we did the test demonstrations right here. This would be, let me see what goes up for you guys. There we go. This is us right here showing you your free mix. This is another guy telling people at the end of the day that the PPG is actually better than your product. Right there, do it yourself, screen paint mix, $50 a gallon, cheaper than Crow's mix, right there. That's right there, talking about your product matching, the free mix that you can make yourself. Right there. That's a fellow we put the test against your product. That's you getting busted with network grade 773. Didn't go well, but that one did it. This is right here, another demonstration of you getting busted of basically matching house paint. That's how you make the what do you call it? The how do you make the Metallica Mix 2.0? Those of you who've had the Metallica Mix 2.0, oh, I hope we track you down. Look at this. This is where Jamie gets caught stealing Google images off Google. Well, you're nowhere to be found in here anywhere. Can we find anything with him in here? No, that's not him. That's not him. That's somebody else. That's his product there. So there is no products of you basically matching house paint or doing any verse against white screens or anything like that. All right, let's try white projection screens. White projection screens, projector. And again, we change it up to now. Crow 1176 screen paint mixes versus white projection screens. Nothing comes up at all, not a thing. That's the same guy who says Crow's products are a joke. Nothing's coming up. That's us at the end of the day. And this right here is showing Crow in the dark. Right there, that's basically about it. On the UV mix, that's us right there showing our product versus white surfaces. There's Jamie getting busted. What do we have right here? Oh yes, for something right there. Yeah, you don't show up anywhere there. There's nothing there. So, can you do a demonstration showing the difference of your product versus a white projection screen? Gee whiz, there's nothing there. Oh my goodness. What about versus elite screens? You think anything will pop up? Let me see. We have to go with Crow 1176 because this is where the older ones would pop up. Let me see, 1176. Let me see. Oh, we have any customers with the Cinemax? Can we find any of those? There's nothing. He literally has nothing here to track down. Like, we literally just went through everything on YouTube. We can't find anything. No white surfaces, no certified screens, nothing at all. No tests, nothing. Can't find anything. Oh, great. Let's see if we can find any videos on the Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
According to Wikipedia, Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus, is an 1818 novel written by English author Mary Shelley.
Let's see if we can find any demonstration under Crow's Frankenstein. And he would have this one under, let me see, ambient light rejection, screen paint mix. You know what, Jamie? I have one of your videos here. I'm gonna see if we can find that exact video. See if we can find any of your videos that you delete off your account. Let's check this right here. So we're looking right here for any of the Frankensteins. Code 1176 Frankenstein screen paint mixes. Dude, how in the world are you going around calling people scammers at the end of the day? We can't find tests, nothing. You deleted more videos than I've seen, because I've seen these videos pop up on your account. This is a lot of videos missing off your account. Nothing here. Not a thing under Frankenstein. Not one thing. This is us making whatchamacallit's paint, Danny's paint at the end of the day. There's nothing here. Let me see. Let's see. We got one here 5 years ago. Crow's Frankenstein ambient. Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. This is why I told you at the end of the day that Jamie changes his names out at will on his products. He claimed that his product is not ambient light rejection, right? That's what you claimed in your demonstration. It's not. You said you never said it in any of your demonstrations. So this is ambient light rejection. This should be in a fully lit environment.
When you're on the road, you'll be glad you...
We're going to mute the person because we don't know them at the end of the day. Let's go and see what we get here. That's gray. That's not black. You do know that, Jamie. You know colors at the end of the day? That is actually gray, not black. And wait, what did he show in the environment? Hold on for a minute. For how much light in the environment? Which we know is dark. This is dark right here. This is dark here. Yeah, under the screen. So you have one light here with the shade on it. So we do know how shades work on lights. Light can only travel from top to bottom. It can't disperse around. So that's not ambient light projection. This environment's dark over here too. You have one light in here and the projector. Yeah, your environment's still dark. One light, that's not ambient light projection. A lamp here, again. Only light only directs top to bottom. That's it. There's no light. You see how it's dark in here in the corner? If you took the lampshade off, that would be impressive. But the lampshades are not off. The lampshades are on. Light's only directed from top to bottom. There's no light directing toward the screen because it's dark in this corner. But you have condensed lighting in your ceiling. Why didn't you turn? Did you turn that on at any time? In the demonstration, did he turn on the condensed lighting? He literally has condensed lighting in the ceiling. Just saw that. Gee whiz, do you guys ever do demonstrations correctly? This is a controlled environment. Watch this. There you go. You have lights on your ceiling, which means you're going to turn those lights on, lit up the environment even brighter. Oh, wow. Because the product doesn't work. Screen definitely came up gray, and on top of that we had a hot spot in the middle of the screen. There we go. The screen literally hot spotted. I know I saw it the first time. You got a hot spot that just triggered off on your screen. There's no excuse for that. That's literally a hot spot. Gee whiz, this stuff is trash. Explain why you have hot spotting triggering off on a Frankenstein mix. And this is good too on top of that because he changed the name on his site. He got rid of all the videos, but this is a customer. This is even better. I'll be dubbing a copy of this and sending this over for our own personal because again, he's being taken to court for royalty and trademark infringements for the Frankenstein because again, he made money off this product, off the name. He didn't pay him any royalties or anything whatsoever. But thank you for uploading this because we didn't see this before. We never saw this video before. So you just basically went in your archives, found this and dug this back up. But your screen just literally hot spotted right there. Environment's way too dark. Look how dark the corners are. What the frick is going on here? This is not even a demonstration. Like literally there's no color patterns, no contrast levels, no white levels, nothing. And on top of that, he has overhead condensed lighting that he never even triggered on. The lights he has here sitting in the corner over here are not really making any difference because there's shades on it, which means the light is being directed up and down. That's it, not from side to side. Gee whiz, unbelievable. That's why it's so dark under the screen. Look at this. See the corners? Oh, great. How can we click on it? We automatically get these commercials that pop up. There we go. That's gray. That's not black. I know I got close up on the screen so I can show that you're pulling a contrast level, but you literally just pulled the color gray. You guys don't know colors at the end of the day. You literally don't know colors. This is the side of your screen. So the trim, the border on the side of your screen, see that right there? That's black. This is gray. It's a different demonstration. It's a different demonstration. Yeah, good gracious, you hot spotted it. Again, what the freak is going on with your products, man? You were literally just hot spotted just a few minutes ago. That's a hot spot. There we go. See the bottom of the screen right here? See the bottom of it? It's dark, man. One demonstration. Oh, my goodness. That's it. All the rest of these are not even yours. These are not even Frankenstein's. And again, you really got to stop showing this thing off within a day. This is Network Gray 773. You know, you want to come on telling people that this is a different product, people, but this is actually, this is Cinemax, and this is this product. This is Network Gray 773. This matched the house paint clearly. I have your address, Jamie. We know where you live at. The attorneys know where you live at. If you want, I can ship you down to Network Gray 773 if you can't afford it. If you can't afford the slip silver, I can also send that down to you too. Because for some reason, you're avoiding these demonstrations that need to be done. Tomorrow morning, we'll have this demonstration knocked out of the way. We're going to pit my people and I was going to laugh about it. And we're going to make a fool out of you tomorrow. Because you got on camera, you call yourself making our product. We're going to make 3 versions of this and blow all 3 versions out of the water. And embarrass you online. And then we're going to come back in and ask you to make the product that we've been asking you for 2 years to make and put that against your product. We want the slip silver demonstration done. I want the Network Gray 773 done. And then I want my deluxe version done on all your products. So if I were you, I would get to shopping right now. Tomorrow we'll have your stuff. It'll be in here. It'll be made. And again, we need to ask that question, what the freak is the water for? Because again, when you made the ingredients, you missed one of your elements. Actually, you missed 2 of the elements. You don't even know exactly how much paint went in. So I'm going to bring you in. I got to ask you these questions. We're going to bring you on an open mic, a hot mic, and we got to ask you a question. What is the water for? Because if you're going to be on camera saying that that's how our product is made, then you're going to have to explain what's in it and what's it for. Where is that demonstration done? Is this it right here? Here we go. So we're going to come back in. I need to ask Jamie, what is this water for? We got the little thing with the water in the front. Let's see right here. And I'm going to, we need to find these customers who made this because, again, this is going to be really funny tomorrow. I wanted to get sock puppets. I can't get them here in time. Let me see. Get this water up here. It's what? What did he say the water was again? He said something weird.
And hopefully you guys can follow these steps and make it yourself. But one of the things that I want to really emphasize on is that, you know, buy a little portion of it if you can, and make a test sample before you go all out and paint your whole screen. Don't do that. Okay, so first of all, just get a sample, like calibration, make it brighter, or if you guys want it brighter, phantom slash. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do, add the water together. Well, it's gonna be a big chainsaw. So when I spray it in and all that stuff, but PPG metallic is this. This is, if you have high level projectors, do it yourself. But one of the things that I want to, I guess. So today I'm going to show you how to make it, and this is the actual ingredients that I'm going to use. And hopefully you guys can follow these steps and make it yourself. But one of the things that I want to really emphasize on is that, you know, buy a little portion of it.
All right, I'm going to be back on in a few minutes. We got to ask this question.